story that I've never told nobody. You were the first person to tell me I was gonna win 6 man. Like you were the first person. Like, nah, you gonna win that shit. Like it's yours. I'm like, what? He's like, you gonna win.
I remember the story I told you, Jamal, because I remember you coming. We always used to talk behind, not just you and me. You know what I mean? We used to sit there, and I remember you telling me like, "Damn, Mike, I want to start." I said, Jamal, you remember I said you're finishing the games, you're averaging 20, coming off the bench. That's the spot that they started me. I'm playing 14, 18 minutes a game, 19 minutes a game. That's the spot they had me starting just out of respect. But they're bringing you off the bench and you're finishing games. And I remember telling you that story. And like I said, I think that kind of maybe opened your eyes to see, like, you know what, this is my niche. You're still an all-star type caliber player. And I think that helped you. I mean, like, you're one of, I think, 2 people to have 3 6-man of the years.
No, he 101.
I thought Lou Williams got it.
No, I'm just going to tell you he 101. This was the hardest motherfucker I had to guard. And I didn't told you this before, Jamal. I didn't told you. I said the reason why the nigga was so hard to guard, all this shit looked the same. And then so I was like, hey, so why the fuck, what you work on? And so we talked because Kalik was like, hey, Jamal Crawford's my favorite. One of my sons, I remember I got him on the phone with you one time. Mark answered the phone. We talked to Kalik and shit like that and was like, I was like, man, so what do you do for your handle? Like, he's like, man, it's just what the defender does. And I react off that. I was like, ooh, that's just a special gift. And at the end of the day, you was the hardest motherfucker that I had to guard because you had the size, you had more size on me, and I could not figure you. I could not watch tape and figure you out, dog. I couldn't. I tried to as much as possible, and I just could not figure out what the fuck he don't like to do.
You behind the back, me. You got your little behind the back cross.
And you did that little jump right to left. I know he scored so good. And I'm like, fuck, I got to get him off the court somehow because I know I can't guard him. So I got to go at him. So if I can get a couple buckets in a row, and I have more freedom than you did. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get a few buckets in a row, you may get your one shot, but obviously you could shoot. But shit, you wouldn't give me any opportunities at that time. So I'm like, all right, if I can get him off the court, I ain't got to guard him because I know I can't guard him. So with me, bro, always was playing that game. Like it's basketball, but it was like
everybody hated guard you, man.
Trying to figure shit out. Okay, like damn, okay. If he's a great defender, I could do something just to make him react so I could counter off of that. So I was always, if I was a boxer, I'd be a counter puncher. I was always countering. I'll do something. I'll throw a lot of feints. I'll throw something just to get somebody to move. Okay, now I'm reading off of that. Because it's like, for me, what I learned about myself is I like to think, but I don't like to overthink. I like to just flow. I like to just, you know what I mean? I have a basic like foundation for how I play, and then I just read you. And if you do something twice, I'm going to do it 3 times. You do it 3, I'm going to do it 4. You're never going to catch me because I'm always going to do one off of what you just did. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Y'all want to know what my best defense was for him? Man, shoot that shit, and I hope that shit don't go in. I'm dead serious. I'm going to contest it and make it look like it's a good contest. I done got shook. I even put this one over here around the back, hezzied me through the legs, came back around the back. I'm over here looking crazy. I'm like, well, let me just contest it late to make it look like I'm near. And I hope that motherfucker missed. Shit, he didn't miss too many.
The best defense I ever seen was the win when I shot outside because I couldn't judge that shit. I shoot the ball.
I like that. Yo, I have a 13-year-old, and I'm talking to him about rhythm. And I use you a lot because you're right to left bop. You're right to left bop, and you get the defense on your rhythm, and now you're a right to left cross. Everything you want to do is at your disposal now because now you're leading the dance. So I was talking to Mike. I said, man, I played against him his rookie year with the Bulls, and I was having a pretty good summer league. And I got Jamal Crawford. He just got drafted. This is my chance to try to get on to a Exhibit 10 or a vet camp or something. And man, it was an ISO up top, and you start leading the dance. I say, damn, and I'm bopping with him. I mean, he hit me with a right to left crossover, and it was in Vegas in a small gym. Everybody was going crazy. But I got mesmerized by that bop. And that bop left to right, it got me, and I could feel myself bopping on defense. And man, you hit me with a hard right to left cross.
T, what's crazy about that is, and this is God's honest truth, I've never even said this. I always got somebody never said. My right to left cross wasn't as good as my left to right because I grew up under like the AI.
I did know that. I did know that one, though.
I see you hit people with the right to left and right back to the left, right, and then right to left again.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I had to disguise it, to be honest with you, because my right to left for whatever reason, I couldn't create enough force going right to left. It just didn't look the same. Like I didn't hang it out there long enough. So it was like, damn, how I gotta counter it. So I was doing it to disguise to get something else. But it's crazy, bro, because now I'm watching a lot of trainers.
Yeah.
And the stuff they're teaching, like just the fundamental stuff. Oh, they call it this punch dribble or veer dribble. Bro, I was doing that shit when it wasn't no name for it. Like when it was frowned upon. Like you can't do that shit in a real game. Like I was doing it then. So it's crazy to fast forward 20 years, they're teaching it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a teaching method. And it's crazy. I'm honored and I love the game so much. I'm into the art of discovery. Like I love the end results, but I love the journey and I love the why and the how, especially being a coach now. Because I like to explain it. Like I've been in the gym with different people and I love to explain the why and the how something happened. But it's really dope because I really didn't do my 10 best moves. Like Bibby's probably the best player to never make an All-Star game. And I think I'm on that list, that short list. But if I had made the All-Star game, I had 10 different moves that I saved, bro. I literally promised to God I saved 10 of them.
Couldn't wait to pull them off, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna play probably 7 minutes in the game. Every time down the court, I was gonna do a new move, and I was gonna steal the show. I promise you. They're in the vault. I still got them. And I still do them from time to time to make sure I can still do them.
Wow. Yo, quick question. We always talk about what Jay Crawford can do, how nice he is, and everybody say the same thing. Very, very consistent when everybody talk about you. But who was the hardest person for you to guard?
Oh, it was Kobe. Kobe was a different planet, bro, because he didn't care if he was 0 for 15. Like, that didn't deter him. All of us got a conscience, even if we're gunslingers. Oh, they ain't my night. Damn, we 0 for 12. He was like, I'm close to getting hot. And he had to scale it back. He just believed his belief was different. And you knew he was Fort Knox, bro. He's prepared for anything. So he was the one dude you lost sleep the night before if you had to guard him, because back in the day, it wasn't just switching. You couldn't just be like, okay, I'm guarding pick and roll, come you switch. Like you had to fight. You were who you guarded. That was the term. And so you had to guard him. I had to really guard him. So I got smart and said, I'm gonna get 2 quick fouls. And that way.
Hey, you was talking about the why and the how, right? The why and the how.
Yeah.
We come from the same class, right? 2000, right?
Yep.
And
we do.
Chicago camp. You played one game, bruh. I mean, am I bullshitting, or did you come in here, play one game, and shut the shit down, said, I'm cool, I'm not playing no more, and you got drafted what? Yeah, see what I'm saying? It was two games, okay.
This is the crazy part, bro. I came to Chicago camp late, so I wasn't going to come. I was like, nah, I'm not going. And then Coach Townsend, my coach in Michigan at the time, was like, Maul, he was down there.
You talking about Curtis Townsend?
Curtis Townsend, shout out to my guy.
Yeah, shout out to Kurt.
And he was like, you need to get down here. I'm like, what? He's like, so I got on the next flight. So I missed the first day. I didn't participate. And the word on me was like, he can't really shoot. And I remember I was preparing for it, and I went 9 for 10. And the last 3 was a corner 3, and I banked it in. I'm like, oh, shit, it's my day. Like, I banked it in. They was never worried about my handles or passing, none of that. So I came, I played 2 days, and we started doing our agility stuff. And we're doing the agility stuff, and I'm already sore at this point, but I wasn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm just normally naturally sore. And luckily I played with the Sonics for years going into it. And one of the guys that were running the draft workout was from the Sonics. And he's like, how you feel? I'm like, man, I'm a little sore. He's like, well, do this vert test. And I kind of half-ass jumped it. And he said, Crawford's out. He's sore. It's over. He's hurt. And, bro, I promise you, from that moment on, I didn't play again. I didn't even work out for nobody again. Once that happened, I basically just started touring. So I would go to Dallas and meet with Mark Cuban. Didn't have to work out. They just wanted to see what kind of person I was. But those 2 days made me go from not being drafted at all to a lot of it.
Trey